Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. I played in the Hearthstone match of the Lich King Theorycrafting event, and this is my favorite deck that I brought to the event. I had a lot of fun playing with this deck. This is a Shadow Priest deck, an Undead Shadow Priest. So the basic premise of this deck is that you have a bunch of undead minions. The Shadow Spirit actually is an undead minion too. So you have stuff like Scourge Rager, Shadowed Spirit, Brittle Skin Zombie, and you have the ability to resurrect these. So you don't even have to control the board in many cases, because Shadow Spirit, Brittle Skin Zombie, if your opponent kills them, well, they take damage anyway. And Scourge Rager, while that does not share that same characteristic, well, there are no more characters that would share that characteristic, so Scourge Rager is then just the strongest, biggest minion that you can have, and then you might sometimes, if you get Scourge Ragers, you resurrect those, you can just take over the board and win the game. And this is still a Shadow Priest deck, so your hero power will deal 2 damage. You can also use your hero power, and for board control you also have Shadowcloth Needle. So when you play those shadow spells, then you're also dealing damage to all enemies, and Shadow Word Undead deal 2 damage to all enemies. If a friendly undead died after your last turn, deal 2 more. So you have a couple of spells, tools that you can use to control the board. You have those minions, even if you lose the board, some of those minions when you bring them back still deal damage, and then you have direct damage spells, you have your hero power, and that's pretty much the deck. Now that I had a chance to play with the deck a bunch, I'm pretty happy with 28 of the cards. The 2 cards that I'm a little bit unhappy with are Amulet of Undying and Sister Svalna. I've tried a couple of different approaches to these final slots. I think the next thing that I will test once the expansion is live is going to be Shadow Word Devour instead of these 2 cards. Getting a shadow spell, getting maybe a little bit more potential for board control with that one. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I had a lot of fun with this deck, and this is what it looks like in action. Because the Death Knight, I might need a needle. Let's see. I obviously don't know what kind of Death Knight this is yet. Right now I don't have any shadow spells. But we'll see. Well, that's a shadow spell. Doesn't work with the Scourge Rager, because Scourge Rager already has Reborn. You can't give minion Reborn twice. You can give minion like multiple Death Rattles, but double Reborn doesn't work. So that's double Frost, okay. Well, I seem to have an excess amount of these Scourge Ragers. I guess we'll play one. I just don't have a resurrect way for them yet. I can just kill it with the hero power. If I can find a resurrection card, that would be good. Well, that's a resurrection card. I guess we will use it here. Even though that means that then my needle can't actually kill much of anything. I might go turn 6 with Spirit and Zombie. With Undying Allies. Get some power into that. I think we'll do one zombie here. Shoot face a little. Going to get a lot of frost spells. Frost spells can be a problem if they, I mean, just freezing these, then I can't activate them. 3 frost spells copied. If they die, that's not a problem, because they still deal damage. But if they are frozen, then that is a problem. Alright, then we'll play these with Reborn. But they can just be frozen over and over again. That still works. If they're killed, then that's already 12 damage from these. But specifically this deck might just freeze the board. Do I have to memorize all the Death Knight cards to know its runes? I mean, you can see what kind of cards they're playing. The rune is shown on the card. Like, that's a double Frost rune card right there. They're actually killing these. That is daring. That's very, very daring. Very, very daring. I think I have to kill this one, though. They're just going to frost me next turn, are they not? Can I draw a shadow spell? Maybe I can draw a shadow spell. Do they have 12 damage? They're quite likely to have 12 damage, that's the problem. But they're quite likely also to have the Frostworm spell. This is the way. Scourge Rager, Medicoop the Needle. Next turn I can Hero Power Face, Discover. I can't discover, it's just a draw. So it doesn't always give me the... It does not always give me the card. They could have another 10. Void Shard from this and I win. Now that I drew the amulet, it increased the odds of getting the Frost Void Shard. Yep. Light? We don't do light here. That's not our thing. What seems strong so far? Well, I mostly met Death Knights. And Death Knight doesn't look too bad. Is it like a Resurrection Priest? No, it's a Shadow Priest. Okay. But you can't buff that. So I'm just going to shoot it. Alright. Nothing but Death Knights. Yeah, pretty much. They can just hero power this down, of course. Then I have the Bone Caller coming. And that's where the questions begin. Weehee. Well. Now we're going to resurrect that. Arms State Dealer is pretty strong.
Everybody needs a castle.
Alright. So far this is looking pretty good though. We can also resurrect it with this. This is going to be fun. Guess we're going to leper that one away. Boom. And hero power that one away. Then we're going to animate dead. And then we start hitting some face. Alright. I mean, they could have Army of the Dead or something. But... is that going to be good enough? Whee! More Scourge Ragers. That's a lot of Scourge Ragers right there. Yeah, I don't think your Plague Grain is going to do a whole lot. Just a hunch. Because we are coming to town. Pow. 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 Hero power phase or hero power this one down. Might hero power that one down. Maybe that's still safer. But that's a lot of Ragers right there. That's another Rager in this one. I think that's just a dead end for the Dead Knight, right? What can they possibly do? But like, we got this, we changed a couple of cards before this game. But we didn't actually draw any of the changed cards. So this outcome was always possible. I think we're going to try. 3, 4, 5. We're going to try. So 1 Frost Rune. Like. I could coin this out, but that doesn't align well with my plan. There's also a chance for me to coin out this now. And then do Scourge Rager Animate Dead. I can't. If I play this, I won't get the Scourge Rager from the Animate. So I need to be patient here. We're actually going to do Scourge Rager into Animate Dead next turn. And then do Basilisk the turn after. Might as well go in the card draw here. I don't need to. This is fine. Now, if all of these are killed, then that means that Basilisk will resurrect 3 Ragers. Now Basilisk would only resurrect 1 Rager. Feels bad, man. I wanted more. That's pretty good, right? That's even better. All right, let's go. The problem here might be that they can freeze the entire board. That's a potential problem. But if they start cleaning up this board, that Basilisk is going to have something to say. But then they might freeze afterwards, if it's triple frost. One undead dead, 2 undead deads. 3 undead deads. 6 undead deads. Followed by 600 alives. Next. Then there's the Frostwyrm's Fury, of course. No, it's a corpse explosion. That can clean up everything. Such sad times. They were running double blood all along. All along, I tell you. It was always a double blood. Bummer. 4, 6, 5, 7. I cannot set up lethal yet.
Come, pray with me. Reverberations in the void.
Okay, so it's double blood, 1 frost. That's sad. That healing makes me unhappy. We need to try more. Try harder. No, not the vampiric blood. That was a discovered vampiric blood too. The real ones are still in the deck. Maybe in the hand. Maybe there can be more that are discovered. No. I have 10 from hand right now. So it's not enough. No. Death Knight discovers. They are just so strong. Death Knight discovers are just so strong. I'm afraid I have 10 from hand for next turn. But they're already at 14 and they have at least 2 bloods left in the deck. I don't have much left. I have exactly that spell left. I have another card that heals. I have to push. I have 6. I have 6, but they have 3 cards. Any healing card. No. Any healing card. There's still 23 in the deck. Maybe they haven't found a healing card. Just maybe. Just maybe. They're looking for the healing card. 3 more tries. All they need is a vampiric blood. And Warshack will win. All he needs is a vampiric blood. Does he find a vampiric blood? Did he find... Come on, just let me know. Is there lethal? There is not. There was no vampiric blood. There was no There was no lethal. Shadow Priest. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.